So my name is Manimki Kwa Bestigida Sidel Toxid Pedal. Nil Dlewis, Chicken Oxnil do them. Nujayo Sipai, the Get Weeks of Mawimali, Nidwajayo with Gichi Nukmus and Gagichi Musums, Naga Nil Nokmas Chaya, where we he Kagunasquam cook, Nidnagam Edligazimani was it. I've introduced myself as Maggie Paul, and my spirit name is Thunderbolt Lightning, and I am from Passamaquoddy Reservation, but I am also a Wollastic. My grandmother, my great-grandmother, and great-grandfather comes from this reserve, St. Mary's, and so because our highways were the rivers a long time ago. So that's where my great-grandmother and great-grandfather are from this Wollastic River, and my grandmother was born down in St. Andrews, so they went on down the river there. So she was born in St. Andrews, and my mom was born in Passamaquoddy, on the Passamaquoddy Bay. So we're all from the water's edge. I give thanks to Terry for bringing me on here, and I was thinking about how many years ago I've been here. I've been here since 1961. I was 14 when I came here. And now, well, I suppose everybody knows how old I am now. 1961. Man, that was many years ago. Yeah, and I started my music when I was a little girl. I was only about, maybe 4 or 5 years old. We had one of those old models, those radios that were stand-up radios, floor models. That's where I used to go like this to the dial, and that dial would go like this, and I'd catch the music on there. And when I catch music on there, it was one time I caught this music, and they were singing holy songs. So I started singing myself, with the radio. And my mom said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm singing." She said, "I don't want you to sing them songs." And I said, "Okay." So whenever I get up and whenever I go to school, after school, I go up on top of the hill from where I used to live. We lived on top of the hill. And so I go up on top of the hill, then I'd sing the holy songs way on top, singing to the whole reservation. I'd sing the holy songs, holy, holy, holy. I was singing up there on top of the little mountain. And that's how I began. And then I began singing in the choir. The teachers, one of my teachers said, "Gee, you got the music. Why don't you join the choir?" So, all right, I'll join the choir. So I joined the choir. So we sang holy songs up there. And when I moved here, way back in 1961, we started, myself and another friend of mine, we started thinking about, we don't have anything here for our people, nothing to say who we are, or who we belong to, or what we belong to, anything like that. So we started talking, of course, around the sacred table, kitchen table. That's where everything begins, at the kitchen table. And then we started talking about maybe we should start a dance group around here. Yeah, we're thinking. And then we're thinking, dance group, we better get some songs. We don't even know any songs. That's right. And we don't even have a drum. The drum goes with it too. So we never had drum. Nobody knew how to make drums around here. Nobody knew the songs. But way back then, I guess they had some tapes in Ottawa, those McGill tapes. And that's where some of the songs, myself and another friend of mine, were downstairs in somebody's house. We don't even know where. We started singing with this scratchy, the McGill tapes from Ottawa. Those at the museum, they had those tapes there. And we kind of liked this one song, kind of, peppy a little bit. So we started concentrating on that one song. And so we got, what we got out of it? The trading song. We got the trading song out of there. It took us about 3 or 4 months to try to listen to the music, what was on there. And the words were on there. We knew it was our language. The words, we were getting so excited. So we got that song out of there. I'll sing you that song right now because I feel like singing it now. Anybody was there? Yeah, Terry, you could sing along, and anybody else who knows the music to sing along with me. Whoa. Loud. Beautiful. I really, really love that song. It makes you want to dance. When you hear that song, it makes you want to get up and dance. Whoever's sitting down, you're dancing in your seat or standing up dancing. Oh, it's so beautiful, you know, with the words. Oh my God. It's something else. That was the beginning of our singing, you know, from those tapes. And there's another song that I like singing is the Guanude. We got those tapes. We were getting tapes all over. People who knew the songs, and that's how we got to learn a lot of our songs through the tapes, because nobody knew any songs. So I really like that one. It's called Guanude. That was the very first song I sang, you know, out in public anywhere. It's that Guanude song. It's called Guanude. It's called the Welcome. And it's always a place where people get together, get to dance, get to talk to one another, and feast. Well, that's what we all do well together, is feast. Where there's food, there's people, and where there's people, there's music. Where there's music, there's drums. You know, that's I really like that song. Love that song. I can see all our ancestors dancing. You know, one time, this was not too long ago, I was thinking, you know, sometimes I was even at a place where to do the opening, I was singing, I wonder if the ancestors really hear me. I wonder if they know I'm praying and I'm talking about them and I'm singing. I wonder if they hear me at all. By gee, that night I dreamt about the ancestors. Oh my God, they were just coming left and right, like kissing in front of my face. I was even just going back like this. They were showing me all the things that used to go on here. The sweat lodge, the talking circle, the all the ceremonies that used to be here. They all showed me, and it was all on one color. It's just a color of almost like the bone, our bones. That's the color they were, and that's the color the earth was, and that's the color everybody was in that color. And I said to myself, holy smoly, I'm never ever think that they hear me or see me or feel me or anything, because they do. They are around us all the time. They're with us, and we are the ancestors. They're with us all the time. When we do things together, when we get together, or when we speak of one another, the ancestors are speaking through us. That's what we got to leave with our children, our grandchildren, or the ones that are not yet born yet. We've got to do that for them, because to leave this music for them, and to leave whatever that we know, whatever that we come forth, whatever that we learn from each other, we embrace that part. When we get to, visit one another at each reserve or anywhere where there's Native people. I used to go to the Anishinaabe Health Center. I used to go teach them the songs over there at the health center. I went there for about 20 years, going back and forth to the Anishinaabe Health Center. I did go there, and there's a lot of songs what they sing now there. I'm listening to them, and it's beautiful that I taught a lot of them that, and after that they learned all the rest of the other songs. Everybody gets when you get that when you get that feeling of wanting to learn, so you want to learn more and more and more. There's no end to them. It's forever. It's forever. When you start singing, it's forever. When you start dancing, it's forever. When you start making your regalia, it's forever. You go hand it down all the way down to your children, your grandchildren, the ones that are not born yet. You get it all ready for them. That's what it's all about. It's so beautiful. I'm telling you, it's so nice. And here's another song I would like to sing for you. It's called the Healing Song. Yeah, I hear Terry singing that a lot when he's on there singing. Yeah. I'm forgetting how it goes. Terry? Quick? Yeah, that's the one. for me. I should have stopped and said, wait, I got to get higher. We did that one time down home when we were down by the water. There was a picnic table there. We had all our drums on there. We were singing, and then all of a sudden we were saying, geez, we're singing too low. When we said that, so we were going up on the picnic table, get on the table. There, we can sing higher. That was so funny. We got a video of it. Some of these days I'll show you the video. You'll laugh to kill yourself. Deanna, you remember Deanna? She had on those big, gigantic glasses. They call them the fly. Those big sunglasses. She had those on, and we were all singing down by the water. Oh my God, we had a good time. And that song, the healing song, we were in Mexico one time. We were having the ceremony down there, and the people that live there, once from the mountain, the traditional people that live there, they were all whispering to one another. They said, we have the same song. And they call it, we call it the healing song, and they called it the creator song. Oh, that was so beautiful. They even have the same melody with it. So, you know, a lot of our songs are the same melody, or sometimes the same words, or sometimes the same chant. That doesn't mean this belongs to this one, that belongs to that one. It belongs to all of us Native people that sing our songs. It's so beautiful. Yeah. I used to travel a lot to Mexico and Venezuela and Belize and all them places. Go help the people to bring back their traditions, what they used to, their culture, to help them bring it back. And because there was a man that took us there. They took us, a lot of us, and people to go help, you know, to learn the dances, teach them the dances, and to learn their dance, what some of the dances, what they have. You know, it don't take much. If you're a dancer, if you like dancing, you're going to learn any kind of dance what they have. It's beautiful. And we had to laugh one time. We were in Esquinapa, in one of those villages. The town got a lot of people that went. We all went there, and they made T-shirts, and they had a banner up in the city in that Esquinapa town. And the people that lived there, they didn't even want to go on camera because they didn't know what camera was. They didn't know what, seeing themselves on a video. Holy man, that was really funny. And they didn't even want to go up there to dance, to show the people. So we coaxed them. So finally they went out. And when they seen the video, they wanted to dance and dance and dance. And you don't want to let go because they really loved it. First time seeing themselves on a camera. That was something else. Even the townspeople took us out to dinner. We were all laughing. We were laughing at everything, you know, we were laughing at everything. We were eating cactus, and everybody's saying, cactus, yeah. Watch out, that needle won't come on your mouth. No, it ain't, but boy, it ever tastes good, the cactus. And everything else they cooked, the tortillas. We had every kind of tortillas, you know. They don't have the kind of tortillas around here or Mexican food. By gee, down there is really something else different. The food is different, but it's really good. I like their little tortillas they cook on their homemade stoves. It's all made out of mud and clay, and I don't know what else they have on there, but they cook on it. And one of these days, we were watching one of the women making their corn tortillas. She was, you know, grinding it, you know, and she motioned to one of the women, "You want to try?" So she tried. She had a hard time, and she asked me to try. So I went and tried. Couldn't even hardly move that crank, you know, to crank it up. She wasn't going like this, you know, showing off. She must have been about 70, 80 years old. Yeah, that was fun though. Yeah.
So Maggie, can you give us I guess a bit of teachings about the drum? Like what teachings do you have about the drum, and what have you learned over the years about the drum?
The drum is it calls the people. The drum is Mother Earth. The drum comes from Mother Earth. The skin is the the animal, and the wood part is from the earth. And you know, and it's round like the earth, like the moon, the sun. And the stick, she is the female, and this is the male. You know, it all connects. You know, we male and female. It all connects together. When we go like this, the 4 beads, we put the honor beads on there. We reawaken her, and she loves the songs. This drum loves the songs because it's alive. You know, when the stick that you use, it's alive. You know, you hear that's alive. That's a vibration. It's a vibration with the earth and the water, you know, with the drum. And the very first time we ever learned how to drum, we just drum like the Hollywood style, like boom, 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 boom. That's how we used to play the drum. And so one day this man said, "Do you really want to learn how to do the drum?" I said, "Yes, please teach me." So he taught me. That's just only about, you know, when you do like this, that, what does that remind you of? It reminds you of the heart. It's the beat of the heart. That's who she is. That's her beat. And there's another guy that does the drum teachings, and he was saying one time, when you hear that like this, it's excitement. It's excited. And when you see the male and the female get together like a accordion, they're trying to, you know, be boyfriend and girlfriend. You hear that drum go all over the place. It doesn't know. It skips a beat. It doesn't know how to beat and everything. That's the male. That's his heart. That's how it's going. And the woman's heart is going. It's steady. But the man's heart is going like this all over everywhere. It skips a beat all the time because he's so excited. That's how it is with male and female. The drum, the female and the male. This is, we got to look after this, and we got to look after this too. We got to look after one another. That's what drum is all about. And it brings us people together. When you hear the drum, it goes right to your heart. Right to your heart, because you feel it. And it's that vibration that we learn from that vibration. And people are wondering, why? Because we're connected. We're one of the same. We're the earth, and the earth is us. The water is us, and we are the water. We're all the same. That's where we come from, the earth. The drum, that's her. She wants to get together with us, the drum, because it's been missing for a long time from our people. The getting together, you know, getting to know one another. How did we used to do it? We used to drum. It was a drum that got us together. The food that got us together. The dancing that got us together. And everything else together. So I got all my grandchildren, the 13 grandchildren I had, I got them all a drum. You know, the little drums that they play, they can go all over. That's okay. They get connected with the drum. They just love it. The little kids, they just want to beat on it, because they're getting excited. You know, it's really something else. And when we do the lacing of it, it's really it's the sinew that's from the animal, that it's what you use. And nowadays they use the artificial sinew that's on this one. This is the artificial sinew. But we all have that, those in the animals, that we all have it in our body, the sinew, and you use that. A lot of people like to put some designs on it. I got this drum out in Edmonton, out BC, when I went there for, I don't know if anybody knows Sharon McIver. Sharon McIver. She's one of the teachers. She's a lawyer. She's the one who got that grandmother clause, all, you know, when with the kids. And she put on a fast for the people. They wanted to go fast, and so she asked us to come there for me to go sing for them, and for me to do to do the sunrise ceremonies. I said, you got the wrong person for sunrise ceremony. Just because I'm from down the east, that doesn't mean I get up early in the morning to do the sunrise ceremonies. I said, but I'll do it. So that's what I did. That was my role, to go up there, to go do the drumming and to go do the sunrise ceremony. So I did it. That little, when we drove into that place where that's about 50 miles in the woods. And she said, the only thing what you gotta watch out for when you come here is the bears. Don't go anywhere near it, or let us know if there's bear around. So Mary Louie, one of my teachers, she bedded us down. There's two of us in the teepee. They all had that was our hotel, the teepee, our motel. And we had a cord of wood there for each of the teepees had a cord of wood. So that's what I did over there. I sang and sang and sang. And the drum, the very first time I ever heard the drum was here in Fredericton. And I couldn't, my heart, I don't know how I felt like. It was just like, I had to get there. I had to get to it. Because when I was younger, I started looking around for myself, see who I was. And the only time that I went to every denomination, every kind what you could get for the Lord or whatever, I couldn't find myself nowheres. And so I thought there was a crusade going on here in Fredericton. I went there, and after the crusade, everybody left. I was standing there by myself. Nobody drove me home. So I said, well, I guess that ain't the place for me. So when years on down the road, when I heard that drum, oh my God, when I had to go through a lot of people to get to that drum. And when I stood in front of it, I said, I'm finally home. This is who I am. I am the drum. And the dancing is us. When we dance, oh my God, you feel so good, because you don't think of nothing else but just the goodness of it. It's beautiful. Doesn't matter how you dance. If you don't know how to dance, that's okay. That's all right. As long as you can go dance when the drum is going, when the drum is beating, let your heart beat too. It doesn't matter if you walk around the drum or run around or whatever. Your heart is beating with the drum. And it's so beautiful. It's what drum means to me. It's what drum is all about. Gathering the people.
Thank you. That's and I was thinking, I was sitting here, for those of you that missed the introduction, I've known Maggie for a very long time. Most of my life, actually, I've known her, and we've spent many, many times in her kitchen listening to cassettes and recordings from years gone by of singing, and and I think that passion is something that I wanted to have you share with us, Maggie, because it's that drive for me. It's that magic of being connected to the universe. It's that magic that connects us to each other. That I think it inspires me when I hear you sing or when you talk, because you have such a love of it. And when I look at the people that are here today, and I guess I wanted to encourage all of you, if you have any questions or if you have any thoughts that you want to share, that you can share them with Maggie. I know just recently we're starting a singing group through online, so they're going to be learning Iroquois social songs. So yeah, so this is kind of to kick off that as well, to talk about the importance of music. So yeah, so I guess I just wanted to say, I'm grateful for those times we sat in your kitchen listening to those songs, because it's like they've become deeply ingrained in me. So yeah, so I just wanted to say thank you. That's yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, go, yes, of course.
So
Anybody
yeah.
else have a question?
Anybody have any questions or anything you want to share or anything?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hi, Maggie. I'm just wondering if you have a favorite song or
Yeah.
a favorite song to sing or something.
That's my favorite, is that the one that I sang when I first opened.
Okay.
When I first, the song, that's my favorite.
The trading song?
The trading song. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
I think
And then
mine,
also, there's another one I like is The Longest Walk.
okay.
Is I think it goes way, hey. Okay, I'll sing that one. That's a beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. The Longest Walk started in San Francisco. That's where that song started. Well, the song must have been there for many years ago, but that's where they started in San Francisco. They walked for to keep us alive, to keep us still here. That's why they walked, because they just want to you know, get rid of us, you know. And so they walked along the walk right from San Francisco. They walked all the way, and they walked through cities, they walked through towns, they walked on the highway until they got to Washington, D.C. And along that walk was all you hear was a rustling of the feet. And some places they wouldn't allow them to go through, so they did, in the middle of the night to go through that area. And but when they got to Washington D.C., right in front of that White House, there was a baby born there. A baby was born there, and they called him the Longest Walk. And that baby was from down Passamaquoddy, Passamaquoddy down home, and that's where that baby comes from there. But he was born at in front of the White House there. And that song, oh my God, The Longest Walk. Every time I sing that, the song, it's a chant, and it reminds you of all the people that are doing the walk, of any kind of walk you do in your life. You could be walking for your graduating, or you could be walking for your whole life. How Who's that? Oh, what was that?
I don't know.
Wow. And when you're singing that song, it just reminds you of all your people that are struggling, but they're still walking. They're still getting up, dusting themselves off, and just keep on walking, walking and walking and walking. Never give up. Never give up on anything. That sometimes we feel like we want to. I did that all, many times in my life. Just want to give up. But there's always something, there's always somebody that tells me don't give up. There's always, I hear somebody or I see somebody that tells me to, keep on going, keep on going. So that's what The Longest Walk means to me.
Hi.
Oh,
I can see everybody dancing. Oh my God.
oh.
TCS. Oh my goodness. You know, when you're singing, you can picture all the people dancing and just moving, moving their body and moving their dancing and looking at you with a smile on their face. And some of them are crying and some of them are laughing. They're just dancing. That's how that makes me feel whenever I sing. That's how I feel. It's so beautiful. Yeah, that's one
Your
of my favorites.
your friend just came on, Miss Geraldine.
Geraldine,
Geraldine.
stand up. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
she's on, but I don't see her camera on. But
Oh my God, where are you, Geraldine?
she's I just pushed to ask to unmute her. Oh, there. I think you might.
Oh, where is she?
I don't think her camera's on, but you should be
Oh,
able to hear her.
Yeah, I'm listening.
oh boy, where's your face?
Oh, you see me?
No?
Hey, Maggie, so happy to see you.
Oh my God, I love it, Geraldine. Oh my God.
Yeah, I was listening to your song all the way through.
Oh,
How are
oh,
you?
oh my God.
How are you
Wow.
doing?
I am doing fine, and you?
Oh, very good. Very busy. Busy,
Yeah,
busy, busy.
yeah,
Yeah.
me
But
too. I'm zooming around.
So for those of you who don't know Geraldine, Geraldine and Maggie have been working
Oh,
together for many years at Anishinaabe Health. And Geraldine, we actually had her give a presentation
oh,
back in September. And
oh
so
my God.
so welcome, Geraldine. It's nice to have you. It's nice to have you with us, and it's nice to have another elder and a healer with us as well.
thank you. I think Maggie and I go back almost 30 years.
Yes, yes, yes.
Maybe it's about 30 years
Yeah,
plus, maybe.
yeah.
Yeah. We were friends then, Maggie.
Yes, we were. Yeah. It was from the
Uh,
Native women.
what?
It was from the Native women.
I,
That was, what's her name got us
yeah,
together? The one I just
yeah,
spoke of a little while
yeah,
ago. Sharon McIver.
yeah.
Yeah.
We
She got us.
travel all over the place.
Yes, we traveled everywhere. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of, um, we had a lot of adventures.
We
And I
sure
mean
did.
adventure.
Yeah, we did.
So,
Fun.
Maggie, you just recently were, and it seems like it's been a few times you've been on the CBC, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, so for those of you guys who don't know, Maggie's been on the CBC a couple of times, but recently, and I'll let Maggie tell us a bit of the story, but you were on the news recently for singing near in St. Andrews. So what was going on, Mag?
That wasn't St. Andrews in St. Stephen's.
St. Stephen, okay, yeah.
My daughter Ann, she called me up and she said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, nothing. Would you want to go St. Stephen's?" I said, "St. Stephen's? What for?" "Oh, just go down there. Nice day. Call your sister Grace and tell her to go Callis." "Really?" "Yeah," she said, "so we can talk to one another." I just laughed at her and she said, "Get ready." And so I got ready. We went down and so we had our phones. We talked to each other on our phones so we could hear one another back and forth, from across the border. She was on the Cali side and we were on the St. Stephen's side. And so for about an hour or so, we kept in contact that way, just talk to one another. But even when we don't have our phones on, we can hear one another. She heard me, sing, and I sang her a song that one of her favorites is that, geez,
Make medicine?
no,
No, the humble song.
Humble Song. Yeah, so I sang her the Humble Song. Yeah, And somebody caught it on, because Anne put it on live. She put it on live on these Sigma jigs here. And then CBC caught it, and then APTN wanted it, so it went on all over everywhere.
Would you mind singing that song for us, the Humble
right.
song?
Oh yeah, right now I will. Tuial also tiben ala pinga gizioko. Tuial also tiben ala pinga kaden. Chiduam pao tinen. Awam kaba so tinen. What the hell will be awam kaba so tinen. Tuial also tiben ala pinga wazisa. Tuial also tiben ala pinga wazisa. Chiduam pao tinen. Awam kaba so tinen. What the hell will be awam kaba so tinen. Tuial also tiben ala pinga kokamasano. Tuial also tiben ala pinga kosomsano. Chiduam pao tinen. Awam kaba so tinen. What the hell will be awam kaba so tinen. Tuial also tiben ala pinga pamausuino. Tuial also tiben ala pinga pamausuino. Chiduam pao tinen. Awam kaba so tinen. What the hell will be awam kaba so tinen. We gotta humble ourselves in the eyes of the Creator. We gotta bend down low, know what He knows. We can raise each other up higher and higher. We can raise each other up. We gotta humble ourselves in the eyes of the mountains. We gotta bend down low, know what they know. We can raise each other up higher and higher. We can raise each other up. We gotta humble ourselves in the eyes of the children. We gotta bend down low, know what they know. We can raise each other up higher and higher. We can raise each other up. Gotta humble ourselves in the eyes of our grandmothers. We gotta humble ourselves in the eyes of our grandfathers. We gotta bend down low, know what they know. We can raise each other up higher and higher. We can raise each other up. We gotta humble ourselves in the eyes of the people. We gotta bend down low, know what they know. We can raise each other up higher and higher. We can raise each other up higher and higher. that song, we used to sing that long, long, long time ago. And then all of a sudden, nobody sang it anymore, got put on the wayside. Last Christmas, I dreamt about one of our ancestors. And he told me, he said, I want you to sing this song for the people because it's being put on the wayside. He was talking to me in English, eh? And so I woke up and I told that to my husband. I said, geez, I dreamt about an ancestor last night, told me I have to sing this song. And it's called the Humble Song. It's the one that we used to sing. We don't sing it anymore. So I started singing that song since last Christmas. All the time I sing it everywhere. And so it's becoming popular again. Everybody loves that song. It's so beautiful. Yeah. And there's another one he told me to, I don't know if it's the same ancestor, but another ancestor about a week later told me to sing the song, but I only know one verse of it. And some of the people down in Nova Scotia, they put other verses in, but it's so beautiful. It really, you think about it, you know, and sometimes when, how we used to court one another, we used to go visit our, you know, the boyfriend or the girlfriend you're going to have, and they come and visit you, and then they come and take you out, and they take you out to dinner, take you out for somewhere. Nowadays, they take you out on the iPad and on the phone, and that's that was the outing that they have. And the ancestor told me to sing that for the young folks because they're forgetting. And so I sang that, and it's everywhere now, all over everywhere. And when I seen my grandson getting the people all dancing together, oh my God Almighty! I pretty near burst out crying when I seen all the people getting together. He just picks a boyfriend and a girl, not even a boyfriend and a girlfriend, a male and female, to go dance together, and everybody. He just went and picked everybody to dance that dance. It's a two-step. It's a beautiful, beautiful song, and it's just goes like. Hold on, I'll get it. Take my hand, walk with me, together you and I. Always remember, sweetheart, I will always be there for you. Way ah, way ah, way ah, hey oh. Way ah, way ah, way ah, way ah, hey oh. Way ah, way ah, way ah, hey ah, hey oh. Way ah, hey ah, hey ah, hey oh. That's all he sang to me, and I said, I surely will. When I woke up that morning, holy man, I said, I will. It's so beautiful. You can just see people dancing, you know, just a slow dance. It's beautiful. They do, you know, at the powwows, you see them people dancing. It's really beautiful. And there's many verses to that. Or even you can add on whatever verse you want. I think Jeremy's got that on his on the other album he's doing. I'm not even sure. It's beautiful though.
And just so you guys know that when she talks about Jeremy, she's talking about Jeremy Dutcher. And Jeremy Dutcher, as you know, he's a winner of the, I guess it's a Polaris, yeah.
Polaris, yeah.
And his inspiration came from the same inspiration that Maggie had with the listening to those old songs in the museum. So he so it's, I guess when I was reading on, because Maggie has a Wikipedia page, I don't know if you know that you do or not, but
I don't.
somebody made a Wikipedia about you. So but they talked a bit about that, about you're inspiring him, and I think for me even, you've always inspired me to sing our old songs and to sing them in the way that that we used to sing them. And so I guess I just want to take this time I want to sing for you, Maggie, this song, and to just give it I guess my thanks and gratitude, because I never really get to tell you publicly enough how much you've inspired me and how much you've helped me to build on my own gift of song and build on my own abilities, and to even go and to record my own albums that I, for myself. So this one I want to sing because it actually reminds me a lot of Alice Clare, and it reminds me of
Yes.
Fiona, and and it reminds me that of those old times. And so I want to share this song with you all. And this is a greeting song that I learned from Alice, that I always say it's the Alice version of Guano Days. So
Yeah.
so I'll share this with you all.
Yes.
Guano Days, Elia Guano Days, Guano Days, Elia Guano Days, Elia Guano Days. Guano Days, Elia Guano Days, Guano Days, Elia Guano Days, Elia Guano Days. Guano Days, Elia Guano Days, Guano Days, Elia Guano Days, Elia Guano Days. Guano Days, Elia Guano Days, Guano Days, Elia Guano Days, Elia Guano Days. Hey.
Look, Wooly one isn't it? Wooly to walk, but back to Alice Clan. I got D, eh?
Exactly.
Yes.
And so I think that with those songs, listening to you talk about it brings to mind, because I guess I wanted to see if you could share a little bit about your mother. I know your mother was an avid sweetgrass braider, and I remember there was some stories. So I wanted to see if you could talk to us a little bit about that, about what sweetgrass means to you, because I know that that's a very powerful medicine for you, and that it's generational that it comes. So I wanted to see if you could talk a little about that, but also how you use it as a form of healing or medicine for yourself.
Oh, yes, yes. Well, when I was a little girl, I think I was born into sweetgrass. My grandmother used to take us kids, all of my mom's kids. Well, the ones who picked sweetgrass was myself and another brother of mine. There's only three of us that picked grass, and the rest didn't want to. So we picked grass, and everything goes out of my mother's house. My mother had a tiny little log cabin like a house. And there was only kitchen and 2 bedrooms. No living room, just kitchen and 2 bedrooms. And those 2 bedrooms, everything goes out of the house. It goes into the shed in the back. All the beds except for my mother's bed. Everybody else's bed went in the shed. And we'd hang sweetgrass there. After we picked the sweetgrass, we'd put the lines on the walls here, line to line on each wall, and hang the sweetgrass there to dry. After we pick the sweetgrass, and we take it home and we clean it, and then we put it in little bunches about this small, and then we split it in half and hang it up on the string. And that's what we did for my mother. Then we had to pick sweetgrass all summer for her to use all year until the next sweetgrass season, to feed us and to clothe us, because there was no ways and means of any ways that my mother could uh, feed us and to clothe us and to get the wood for our wood stove. And that's what my mom did. My mom did the sweetgrass. She braided one root of the grass as about five little strands of grass. And so she'll take those 3 little strands and start a braid. And when it goes down to, you know, small, and then she'll take the other one off, and then she'll add it on. And then after that, she'll add it on again. And that's how she earned money for all these basket makers all over down in Maine and here in Canada. And that's what my mom did. She sold the sweetgrass and she braided it small, medium, and large. That's the sizes that she braided. And so my mom did all that. That's how she kept us alive, because there was no money anywhere else. Other than the fish factory, she worked in the fish factory and doing the wreaths for the people down home when they have an order from New York. So my mom goes down there, and I'm always with my mother, you know, doing things here and there. So I help her do the wreaths, and us kids would be in the house after supper. We'd sit all around the kitchen, and everybody would have a paper bag. We had to fill the paper bag with cones, you know, those tiny little cones you put on the wreath. And the big pine cones, they call them rosettes, and then you stick those little red balls, and you stick them in there, and it makes like a flower. That's the one that goes in the middle, and 2 pine cones on each side, and 3 of them down the bottom. We had to fill those bags up with those cones with the wires. We tied those two cones together, and we put the wire on it. And so we had to fill that up that evening. That was our chore. And so my mom would make 12, you know, put that stuff on the wreaths, on 12 of them. And after there's a 12, I put an X. And I get excited because of the X, because that's 50 cents. That's how much my mom earned, was 50 cents. And each X, and we counted all the X's that evening. Oh my God, that was so fun. But the sweetgrassing, oh my God. In the beginning, when we were young, we didn't really want to smell like sweetgrass, because that's what the kids smelled us in school. Here comes the sweetgrass kids. And we really didn't want to smell like sweetgrass, but holy God, later on in years when I started doing sweetgrass, so I started getting sweetgrass from my mother, because there's different types of grass you can get when you go pick sweetgrass. There's a sweetgrass that's like silk. It's like a ribbon, you know, when you feel the ribbon, that's how the sweetgrass feels like ribbon. She's the one who picks in that corner where the roses, the wild roses are. That's where the silky sweetgrass is. That's my mom's spot. And the rest of us is all over the field everywhere. And they're sharp, just sharp like razor. And that's what we did. And my mom makes all that for us. And in the evening, she'll start braiding early in the morning. That's before the sun rises. She'd be sitting at her sweetgrass chair, braiding the grass, and there's how she get it ready, you know, because she puts it away. And then in the winter time, she starts, you know, putting the sweetgrass in the water, so make it pliable again. It'll liven it up again and make it look like as if we just got done picking. And she'll wrap it in a burlap bag, and that's where she takes a strand out, one root, and then she starts braiding the grass. She'll be sitting there from morning till late at night when we're all going to bed. Or sometimes we fall asleep on her chair listening to the sweetgrass. We'd have you put your face up to that board where that little board that sits on the chair. That's where she puts in the grass, you know, what she braids. And she'll braid it, and then she'll put it down there and braid it. Sometimes it's that fat. We'd have sweetgrass juice coming down. It's so beautiful. But
See, and
That's what she,
it's funny when you say that because I think about the sound of the braiding that you're talking about because it has a specific sound. It's like it has that. Like, it's the same thing with basket making, and as you know,
yes,
I make baskets, so I have
yes,
ash all the time. So, but
yes,
when you handle ash, it makes that sound, and
sound.
with the sweetgrass, I think that's where um, the reason why I mentioned is because Wimpy, when we used to go picking, me and him, he would talk about how the women from Zibayik, he would hear them sometimes. They would hear them along the water there on their canoes, and they'd be singing. He said they'd be singing songs as they're picking sweetgrass. He said the women
Yes,
would be carrying the grasses in their dresses and carrying it to
yes,
the boats. He said, but they'd be singing.
wow,
So yeah, so it's it brings back a lot of memories when I talk
yes,
about that because
yes,
not very many people do those little tiny braids. I try to do
no,
them, but they make my hands all cramped, and then I end up like this. But
oh,
after braiding, it's like my fingers are all bent over. So,
yeah,
um, but yeah, and with that, with medicines, I guess what jumps to mind for me is like I love it when you sing the song, but I want to make a special request for you to sing the snake medicine song because
oh, yeah,
it's a medicine song for our people because the snake is the protector of the medicines, right? The snake
yes.
is the one that sits lowest to the medicine. So so yeah, so if you could sing that, I would be forever grateful for that.
Oh, yes. Yahweh,
Oh,
Yes. On that, what I was going to say about my mom with her sweetgrass, when she's braiding, she doesn't go like this. She'll go like this. That's why my mom braids. And every strand of that, every blade that hits her fingers, it cracks her fingers. And she used that, they used to use a plaster. You remember that plaster you roll out? They put it in these kits. I don't know if they still do, but you roll it out. That's what my mom puts on her fingers so that it won't go through her fingers when she's braiding the grass, because she goes so fast. And that sound, did you ever hear the all-night ceremony when Edmund plays that rasp?
Mhm.
That's what the sweetgrass reminds me of, the sound from that
Okay.
rasp.
Yeah.
It does. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. I
So,
tried braiding the grass here at my house, trying to make that sound. You could hear that sound, and you could hear the grass like make my window squeaky, like the squeaky sound. That's how that grass sounds like too, squeaky. But I didn't have the good recorder.
so Tina Martin just put here, she said that her first time picking sweetgrass, they arrived in Musquodoboit and they saw way out in the field, some other people were picking and they could hear chanting. And then she learned that it was you actually out there singing.
Oh dear, wow. Isn't that wonderful, Tina? Wow. Yes. Oh God.
So does anybody else have any questions or any thoughts, anything you want to share?
Anything. You can share whatever, Isaac.
I have a question about the teachings behind, like why songs are always sung in 4 and 7 verses.
He was wondering why songs are sung in 4 verses or 7 verses. So when we sing songs, we often sing them in 4s or in 7s. He wants to know why.
Oh, probably how we used to remember the song was we used to sing them repetitious so that you will remember them. You will remember how you sing in the song. And probably 4 is, people think 4 is a magic number, 7 is a magic number, so that they do, that could be that. I don't really know. So that's the reason why I sang it like that, in 4 or 7, or sometimes your heart or your spirit will tell you to sing it longer. That's how I sing the songs. When when I'm singing, sometimes I can just run away. I'm gone somewhere, and then I say, oh my God, I got to come back. I got to come back and end the song. So I could sing forever. So maybe that's the reason why. That's another reason why, so you could remember them. Or chant whatever you're chanting, or whatever words that you put together. Could be those 4 seasons, for everything. 7 is another number, is 4 like the medicines, like the sweetgrass, sage, tobacco, and cedar, and the above and the below and all the way around. That's 7 right there. That's could be a lot of significance like that.
Okay, thanks. Anyone else? No? Any requests for any song that maybe somebody wants to hear or anything? No? Okay. Okay, well, I guess I don't know if there was I guess Judy wants to know if it's okay to sing ceremonial songs whenever we like. So I know that, like, for example, some people have the belief that certain songs are only sung at certain times, or only sung in ceremony, or sung in the sweat lodge. Or what do you think about that?
Well, the way I think about it, it's up to the person themselves. Sometimes you learn songs and they don't want you to sing them songs at just anywheres. You respect what they say, and some ceremonial songs, it's a ceremony. Some say all songs are sacred. All songs are ceremony songs. Could be your own ceremony, doing your own ceremony by yourself, and you're singing the song. So it's a ceremony song at the time when you're singing it. It's a ceremony song. But as for blasting it everywhere just for the sake of singing, I don't think so. But if you're really into whatever you're doing, I think it's okay.
Okay.
And all songs are beautiful. You know, we share the songs, and if you're sometimes I think to myself when I'm singing, well, sometimes maybe I shouldn't be singing the song, but creator, well, do whatever you want to do with me, but I'm going to sing the song, and whether I'm not supposed to sing it or you'll shut me up, or you know.
So somebody else had a question, because the waters are going to start freezing soon. Is there any water song that you could sing, or a song to sing to honor the water or sing for the water?
Oh yeah, this one is Gwen translated the song. It's the water song. Um, it's called Walastic. Walastic Malagwe Achi Tebamiko Walastic Malagwe Supegalmia Nikwas Pamipin Wasi Suchanil Askamil Nikwas Pamipin Wasi Suchanil Askamil Walastakbamalakwe Achi Tebamiko Walastakbamalakwe Nikwas Pamipin Wasi Suchanil Askamil Nikwas Pamipin Wasi Suchanil Askamil Walastak is flowing, blowing and growing. Walastak is flowing down to the sea. Mother, carry me, a child I will always be. Mother, carry me, a child I will always be. Walastakbamalakwe Achi Tebamiko Walastakbamalakwe Supegalmiyat Nikwas Pamipin Wasi Suchanil Askamil Nikwas Pamipin Wasi Suchanil Askamil. Woo.
Oh,
Yeah.
so let me see here. So somebody is asking, can we sing songs or learn drumming if we're from another nation or tribe? So for example, they always loved the drumming and singing, but they didn't want to overstep or be unintentionally rude or disrespectful. So what do you think about that, Mug, with singing with other people and other nations?
I've always sang with other people and other nations all over everywheres. I do it respectfully. I don't just go blast or blabber or whatever all over everywheres. I sing with them, not above. Don't sing above them. Even if you know their song, don't sing above them. That's not doing yourself justice. You're only doing it just for the sake for yourself. But if you're really into the song, you're into whatever you're doing, the ceremonies, you sing with them and you do it with joy and peace.
Mm.
That's what I think.
And I think too, like I think of our times, Mag, just sitting at the drum, we've sat with all different people. I mean,
We sure did.
we've sat with people from Africa, we've sat from
Yeah,
people from England, from
yeah,
different places. So I mean,
yeah,
I guess it just depends too from nation to nation, right? It just,
yeah,
and not everybody has the same beliefs, but
yeah,
thankfully I've come from teachings from you that have taught me that everyone's welcome around your drum.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
There's
that,
only one earth, one heart. The heart is the earth, and it's the drum.
mhm.
Everybody has a drum. Every nation has a drum. Everybody has a ceremony. You know, if the people would go back and to go search their ceremonies, they're just as sacred as ours. Everybody's ceremony is just as sacred as ours. Yeah. If everybody would go back and to go and see, I see many places where they do their ceremony. It's beautiful and it's so meaningful. It just
Mm.
takes your breath away. I'm telling you, the ceremonies, what people do when they go back to their own ceremonies, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Yes, I just wanted to I guess say, and before we close up, because we've got about 5 minutes left here for everyone. First of all, just to say, Kchiwaliwan Choyud Mug.
Oh, what?
It's really wonderful to have these teachings and to have even just this time spent with you and to have time spent with all these other people. I mean, most of these people I don't know and I haven't met, but to share the space is important, and it's important to share songs, and that song is something that I've come to learn is very powerful for our healing, and Maggie's always taught me to just sing. It doesn't matter what you're singing, sing
I know.
anything,
Yeah.
just sing whatever, and I
Yeah.
think that today I'm really grateful, and I'm thankful for you taking the time today to be here with us, and hopefully sometimes in the future again we'll have another get together. My thought is that I'd like to get a few singers together and maybe try to bring in a couple of other people in the
Yes.
future, and we can
Yes.
share songs and we can
Yes. Yes.
do this together. So yeah, so Kchualiwan and Naga, and I guess before we go, I just wanted to thank everybody again for coming today and taking the time. I know with COVID, it's been hard on a lot of people, especially for those of us who are in Quebec or in Ontario, where we've been in lockdown. A lot of people don't realize, but in Montreal specifically and in Quebec and Ontario, we're just into our second month of a shutdown again. So we haven't, our restaurants are closed and places are closed and gyms are closed and libraries are closed. So having this is a good opportunity to be together and to have a little bit of a reprieve from that. So before we go, I just want to quickly sing a little short song that Maggie has taught to me that I know that I believe you got it from the Anishinaabe, but we've translated into Maliseet, and so I'm going to sing it really quickly, but it's just a thank you song. So.
Oh yeah, well even yes.
Waliwan, the mouse away. Waliwan, the mouse away. Waliwan, is the oko. Waliwan, is the oko. Waliwan, Jibenu. Waliwan, Saunesu. Waliwan, Skiasna. Waliwan, Lots of questions. Hey, Julian.
Oh,
And,
Julie won, Terry.
It's been lovely to see you, and thank you to all of you again for coming, and have yourself a wonderful rest of the day, and nagagasalmo
Oh, I can hardly wait till we get all the singers together. Oh,
for sure. We'll do
yes.
that. Okay.
Julie, Wida,
Oh,
Julie won.
Julian, naga
Upchurch.
upchurch.
Willie
Yeah.
win.
Oh, iguano.